guys? This is Kyle over here at the Horror File. I got another review for you guys. Another Artsploitation film that I just recently watched. This movie actually came out last year. It is a fantasy horror movie. It's more of like a fantasy movie to me, but I'll kind of get into that. This movie is called Der Samurai. Der Samurai. I'm assuming in German that means the samurai. But this is, like I said, it's a 2014 movie, directed by Tim Kleinert, and stars Michael Derricks. All the subtitles and everything for this is in English. The language is in German. This was released by Artsploitation Cinema. I've actually been really wanting to see this movie, so I requested that they send this over to me. I just recently got done watching it. It wasn't really long. It was like an hour and 20 minutes, I want to say. 15-20 minutes. It's got some bonus features on it, some commentary, some trailers, behind the scenes kind of stuff. Basically, the plot of this movie follows a police officer named Jacob who lives in this little small town. He's kind of he's a very small guy. He's very introverted, doesn't have a lot to say. This is him on the back, as you can see right here. That's Jacob. And then you got the person at the bottom there, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. They're on the front. He's investigating a bunch of strange occurrences that are happening around around the place where he patrols in his town. Of trash cans being broken into, pets being killed, things of that nature. And he thinks it's a wolf, so he's actually setting up traps in the woods when this movie starts. He's basically tying trash bags with like dead carcasses and blood and stuff, tying them to trees in the woods, trying to catch this wolf, trying to figure out what's going on. You can hear the wolf at night, howling, and he's pretty positive that this wolf is still in the area when this movie starts. It looks like this has been going on for some time now. As he's tracking this wolf down, he got a parcel or like a package that came to his precinct, his police precinct. It's like a box, and it was actually it looked like it was for somebody else, but it came to his precinct, and it was like attention him. So he's holding onto this package, he hasn't opened it, and he got a strange phone call when he went home the night he got the package, stating that the guy knows where the person that was on the line knew where the wolf was. He wanted to basically help Jacob out and tell him where the wolf was. So Jacob was like, hey, where are you at right now? You can show me where this wolf is. He goes over to this house, which to me looked like an abandoned house, and there was this transvestite or cross-dresser, whatever you want to call it, in this house in the upstairs room, putting on makeup and sitting in front of a mirror. And apparently he brought the package, and because the guy told him to bring the package belonged to him. Ended up that this transvestite didn't live in this house and took the package, which in the package was a sword, samurai sword. And Jacob's sitting there telling him to leave. He's trespassing. This guy starts flipping out, jumps out the window, runs into the woods, and Jacob starts chasing him. I don't want to get really too detailed in on the plot. But pretty much ends up this samurai starts wreaking havoc on the town, and Jacob pretty much is playing a cat and mouse game with this samurai, with this transvestite samurai, if you want to call it a samurai. This guy's very, very good with the sword, and very, very skilled, it seems like, at what he does. And pretty much the whole movie is Jacob playing cat and mouse with the transvestite samurai. So my thoughts on this movie, I mean, there's an ending to this movie that you would really have to see to kind of get or maybe possibly understand. My thoughts on this movie, I didn't really understand the point of this movie. I feel like this movie has a deeper meaning to it than I could really understand. Or maybe it was some kind of deep meaning for the director or the writer. Or maybe they just wanted to be artsy with the film. I really don't know. I mean, the movie's plot is kind of wish-washy. Like, I mean, it's just kind of, it didn't really, it somewhat piqued my interest toward the beginning within the first half of the movie. And then toward the last half, I just felt like I was trying to figure out the movie more than I probably should have been thinking. Like, I felt like it was a little bit too, not complicated, but a little too in-depth for me to even have to worry about thinking about it. I just didn't really feel like thinking, what is the meaning behind all this? Like, I felt there was a deep meaning behind this movie that I just didn't get. There are little things in the movie that hint toward that deep meaning of what I'm saying. Little things that this transvestite, like samurai, says to Jacob. There's a couple of scenes where Jacob starts kind of liking the samurai, which didn't really make any sense to me. I didn't really understand the purpose in that. There's some good gore in this movie. I watched it. I mean, there's not a lot of gore, and there's really, to me, not a lot of horror elements. This is more of like a fantasy thriller movie to me. It's not really horror at all. I guess if you consider the some of the gore aspects of it horror, which, I mean, horror to me, there was nothing scary about this movie. It was more of a thriller movie to me. I mean, there were some scenes, some really good scenes of the samurai transvestite, like basically hacking people up, cutting off their heads and stuff. It looked really, really cool. Practical effects looked really cool in it. But it just kind of fell short with the plot. Like, it didn't really grab a hold of me. Like, it's one of those movies that's cool. It would have been cool, in my opinion, this movie would have been really, really cool as a short film. Like, if it was like a short story for like an anthology movie or something, this would have been really, really cool, like cat and mouse short story. But for an hour and a half, almost hour and a half movie, I just didn't really dig it that much. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying that I didn't really feel enthralled in the actual film itself. Like, for me, I like the visuals of this movie. I like the way that the actors portrayed how they were acting, portrayed the characters. Very good acting in this movie. Very good visuals. The overall theme of the movie, like where it was set, the setting was very, very good. It was dark. Kind of gave you like an eerie feel to it. Not really horror-ish feel, but like an eerie feel to it. But at the same time, I felt like it lacked in the plot department. The plot department of this movie really just kind of fell short for me. I haven't really watched many reviews of how other people thought about this movie. I would give this movie 5.5 out of 10. I mean, it might sound bad, but that's really not that bad in my opinion. It's about a midway mark for this movie. I mean, it's not the greatest movie in the world, and it's not the worst movie in the world. It's not one of those ones I'm going to revisit anytime soon. I did feel that there was certain aspects of the movie that were really cool. Maybe I'd want to fast forward and show a couple of people like some of the kill scenes and stuff. But the plot just really, I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me, I guess. I need to rank all the Artsploitation movies I've seen, and this definitely isn't the worst Artsploitation movie I've seen by any means, but it's definitely not near the best. So check out Dear Samurai if you're into this kind of stuff. It's really, if you're into thrillers and just some decent gore scenes, and somewhat of a intense kind of in-depth plot where, like I said, I feel like there's just an underlying meaning to this movie that I just didn't get. Check that out. Maybe check it out, pick it up. Artsploitation.com. The side cover or the spine reads Art 16. This movie was released, I believe, right after House with 100 Eyes that I've reviewed. And it is from Germany. So check it out if you're into this kind of stuff. Artsploitation.com. Like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Let me know what you guys think if you've seen Dear Samurai. And until next time, deuces. See you later.